Gormagot, Western Corda. To ask the Minister for Transport the reason a person with diabetes is forced to get shorter-term driving licence, the measures that are in place to offset the additional costs of having to renew the licence every 3 years, compared with someone for every 10 years, and if they will make a statement on the matter. And this is in relation to people that has diabetes, and it's every 3 years they have to go, and it's costing them 50, 60 euros straight away to get the thing from the doctor. And I think I'm asking the Minister, will something be done on that, because it's putting untold unfairness. They're being treated as different citizens.
Thanks, Deputy. The Irish driving licence law, it's framed by the requirements of EU legislation, and under the EU directives, a person with an identified or specified illness such as diabetes is required, as you know, to provide a medical report when applying for a learner permit or a driving licence. The medical report must be completed by a general practitioner, and a licence may be issued for 1, 3 or 10 years. The period of the issue is based on the GP's assessment of the applicant and their recommendations. So this is the medical advice when somebody presents to their GP. It'll be the GP who will determine that. A clinical guidance document, which is the Sláinte agus Tmáinte Medical Fitness to Drive Guidelines, is compiled by the Road Safety Authority in conjunction with the National Office of Traffic Medicine, and it provides guidelines for medical professionals to assist in their assessment of an individual application's fitness to drive a motor vehicle. So a 10-year driving licence costs €55 and a reduced fee of €35 is charged for a 3-year licence, and there's no charge for a 1-year licence. But I hear the concerns you raised, Deputy, around the costs, and I will certainly follow up with the RSA in relation to that, around the cost differential.
Yeah, thank you, Minister, for your reply. Where I'm coming from here is that a 3-year licence costs 35, and it's cheaper than the 50 or 55 euro. But the only thing, in the 10-year period, 3 threes is 9, and you're going a 4th time. So that person is actually paying roughly, I think, about 140 euro or 145 euro. But it's not that. It's not the thing about the licences, if it's a 3-year licence or a 1-year licence or a 10-year. Thanks be to God, if I go in looking for a medical for driving a lorry or whatever, I can get my 10-year cert. But because you have an underlying thing like diabetes, there is rules and regulations there. And I am asking you as Minister, and indeed, look at this needs tying up, in my opinion, with the likes of the HSE, that these people, that there is something done rather than on top of what you pay, so the extra money. You're talking about going to a doctor 4 times extra or 3 times extra, and they're charging, look, there's no doctor less than 60 euro for working people. They don't have medical cards or anything. And that's where the problem is when you add both numbers together. And I'm asking you, Minister, that you might talk to the RSA. I welcome what you have said, that you talk to the RSA to try and resolve this issue. Thanks,
Deputy. I will contact the RSA in relation to the fee, the licence fee. The other issue would be, I suppose, the Department of Health. This is going to your doctor for a medical check-up. Maybe it's not my area now, but I don't think that's covered under the GP card, for example. But I will certainly talk to the RSA around the licence fee. And just, I suppose, to reiterate that it's a vital safety road tool, and I know you haven't questioned that in relation to GPs have to do their work. Many conditions are degenerative, or they may be volatile if they're not managed properly, and that's where I suppose it's the GP's expertise, where patients may require regular monitoring to determine if they are safe to drive. And just also to say that not all licences for people with a specified condition are issued for shorter periods, but it is up to the GP. It's contingent on the GP's clinical assessment in relation to that, but I will commit to speaking to the RSA in relation to the fees.
Yeah. Thanks, Minister. Just to clarify one thing, did you say there that if a GP says that the person is okay to drive longer than the 3 years, that's acceptable as well? Just I might have picked you up wrong. I welcome what you have said. I would ask you to focus on this, because there is a lot of people around the country you know, unfortunately, that has diabetes and other underlying conditions that we have to try and help people that's out there working and finding it difficult. I'm going to actually personally check the GP thing, but I think what happens is, in general right around this country, when you go in for a letter for be it anything, you're paying for it. Even, you know, I've seen people that has medical cards being asked for the money for the leisure.
Well, thanks, Deputy. Sorry, just to confirm, my understanding is that the GPs don't have to issue shorter licence periods for specified illnesses. It's up to them. They're the medical experts. They give the clinical assessment in relation to somebody's ability to drive. So it's completely within their remit. And that comes, I suppose, from the National Office of Traffic Medicine. That's jointly established by the Royal College of Physicians in Ireland and the Road Safety Authority, bringing the speciality of traffic medicine to Ireland. It came in here in 2011, and really what we're looking at here is road safety and the clinicians leading on this in relation to that assessment. But I will follow up on that other issue for you, Deputy.
Thank you.